Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Who never talks comic books.
I do sometimes, but it's just not my wheelhouse, honestly. I mean, other than what we write, I don't really...
You don't really care.
Yeah, pretty
Just
much.
watch it burn. You don't care about the comic
I mean,
book
I care when it involves, book deals for us, but other than that, I just don't pay as much attention to it as you do. It's more your thing than mine. Let's put it that way.
Well, we're gonna get geeky in on this one because IDW, which has been hemorrhaging money, and I actually used to do some work for IDW. I don't think they're gonna call me anytime soon.
No, I don't think so either.
They couldn't afford me now anyway.
No,
they can't afford much of anything. IDW, which has been hemorrhaging money for like the past 2 or 3 years, they're losing more people. I can't keep track of who is coming and who is going from IDW.
It's like one of those rotating doors.
It is, and that is never a good sign for a company.
No.
They're trying to put a positive spin on it. I saw that they had, a puff piece put out there on Publishers Weekly, like, hey, we got some new people. It's all going to be great. We have a plan. And then it's followed by more people quitting. We got Jerry Bennington, the president, is supposedly leaving IDW. And Lorelei Bungees, I don't know. She's the VP of Technology and Information. She's out.
Oh, yeah, I saw that she was leaving, yeah.
So, we'll talk about this, and we'll talk about, just like, a month or two ago, sales manager, direct market, gone.
So Chris left again, too, after he came back.
He came back, Chris Rawl came in to save the company, kind of, and then he left again.
I think you told me that, but it all blurs together.
I can't keep track of...
I can't. He's in, he's out. He's hot, he's cold, he's yes and he's no. He's up and he's down. He's in and he's out.
So then they brought in a new president of publishing, Judd Myers. He was gone after 5 days.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because something was going on. Was there a lawsuit or something? I don't remember what it was. I can't even remember.
I'm trying to remember. Apparently, there was a lawsuit involving a comic shop, and they were afraid that a lot of comic retailers wouldn't want to work with him. So he was gone after 5 days. I think he had like 1 day in the office. Or
I hope he didn't quit another job to come there and then have it taken away.
I don't know. So let's talk about this, because I'm sitting here like every time I see IDW news, I facepalm, because I'm like, you guys don't have a plan. There is no plan. They talk about a plan. They've got multiple people talking about plans, but the plans that they want to initiate are going to take years, and I don't think this company has years.
No.
It has been horribly mismanaged. Jerry Bennington, IDW president, latest to leave coming from Bleeding Cool, and he talked about how Chris left, came back, and left again. We then learned that his position would be taken over by a number of people. They had Jerry Bennington as the president of IDW, and then Judd Myers.
They already got rid of one, now they got rid of the other. The two J's.
The two J's. So Judd Myers was a publisher, and he was out after like 5 days. Days later, it came to a head as Myers was on administrative leave. I'm doing air quotes here. That's never a good thing. But at least it wasn't as bad as people thought. People were like, well, administrative leave after being on a job for a couple of days, that's probably like there's some sort of like major like sexual scandal or something going on. It turned out that he was involved in some lawsuit or some crap like that. Anyway, Myers was let go. Bennington initially took over his role before a more permanent replacement was found in Nashi Marsham. He's a guy from Disney, I think. There have been a number of departures since, but yesterday, Bleeding Cool got word that the latest was new president appointee Jerry Bennington is left, which means IDW has lost 2 presidents and 2 publishers in a matter of months. Anyone else fancy the job?
No.
I would never, ever work for, I can't say that.
You know what, though? You'd want the job, they give it to you, and, you'd probably, like, turn around and make money, and then they get rid of you for something stupid because you were white or something.
Something stupid, like you were a white dude, so they just got rid of you. No, so I've actually been in situations like that. I've come into companies.
This used to happen to you a lot,
It
actually.
did, and I would be the cleanup guy. And I would clean up for one newspaper in particular. I came in and I cleaned up the mess. The previous editor did not know anything about the business, cleaned it up, redesigned everything, hired new writers. We got it making money. We had some of the thickest papers because we had a lot of advertisers. And then they brought their friend in.
Yeah, the whole thing was
run it.
to have Kneon clean it up and get it all ready to go so that he could bring his retired friend in to then take over and run it for a lot more money than you were getting paid. And then it's been years later and they haven't even changed the layouts that you developed.
No, the layouts are still the same. I just happened to check in on it like 6 months ago or so. I'm like, you guys are still using the layouts I did like 15 years ago. What the hell?
And then you had another job that was something similar like that happened.
I did.
And you came in and then they got rid of you for his friend. And then the friend lasted a year because the friend didn't know what the flippy was doing. And then they have a girl in there now who's been there for years and she's using the stuff you designed. It isn't even doing anything new.
That seems to happen. So anyway, Bennington worked as a comic book retailer and distributor in the late 80s and early 90s. He established trading card publisher Chrome Productions, I remember that, and Chromium Graphics, specializing in foil and metallic cards, before moving on to Upper Deck. As a VP of Marketing, he joined IDW as Vice President of New Product Development in 2012. So he's been there a while.
Yeah.
Became Executive Vice President, Product Management, and President in 2020. Bling Cool contacted IDW representatives and Jerry Bennington without response. We wish him the best of luck. He's not updated his impressive-looking LinkedIn page. Wow. Okay, so he's gone. And then like a day or two before that, we had lifelong comic book fan Lorelei Bungees, Vice President of Technology. She oversaw the Doctor Who line at IDW.
Well, that's part of the problem.
IDW, Doctor Who is in decline too. I mean, you want to talk about two failing, it's like Kmart and Sears.
Yeah.
IDW and Doctor Who is like Kmart and Sears. It's like two failing companies get together so they can fail faster, harder.
Yeah, with more flair. But it's like, all these people are leaving all of a sudden. People don't usually that have been there just don't jump ship like this. She's been there since 2014.
2008.
2008. Okay.
Yeah.
And then people just don't jump ship like this for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, this is bad. So yeah, she, let's see here. This is how her listed her role at LinkedIn. We get a plug too. Yeah. It's just, I don't know what the hell is going on with this company. I've never seen a company, even in comics. Comics is a really dodgy business. We've seen some really weird ass stuff going on with comics.
Right.
But I'm talking a publisher the size of IDW that's been around as long as they have. I have never seen a company like that implode as quickly and spectacularly as they have. None of the people I worked with are even there anymore. They jumped ship a year or two ago. To go someplace else to try to get away from it. And now it's just the whole thing. And I think what's going to happen is this next earnings call is going to be bad because they were betting on Hollywood. They were betting on Netflix
Well,
deals.
yeah, I'm sure it didn't help.
And Hulu and all that jazz, and nobody cares. Most of those shows got canceled except for Lock and Key. They don't own any original IP, really, which was a huge mistake. They spent years just publishing licensed stuff, so they don't own anything.
No.
So they can't whore out their stuff. I mean, what will happen is like Hasbro and Nickelodeon, they could just take their properties and go someplace else.
Even when they did run other people's IP, sometimes they pick great things, but a lot of times they would pick really stupid things. And that, played into it too.
Yeah, because that's the thing too. You get, sometimes they get burnt on some bad deals. And we've seen this with publishing before, and they'll just pull the plug on comics publishing because they're like, well, we bet on this whatever because we thought, because they got a lot of Tumblr followers that we would sell books, and we didn't sell very many books, so we're not going to do it anymore. But yeah, they're outlining their plan here just a week or so ago on Publishers Weekly. Oh, we got a plan, guys. We got a plan. We got a lot in the and it sounds like they're trying to justify their existence to the investors. They've been calling for IDW to sell itself off for like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's that bad. I mean, all you gotta do is look up IDW losing money, and it's not just the comics press, it's because they're publicly traded. It's IDW Media Holdings, and it's all over the place. I mean, just massive losses. You cannot hemorrhage this much money. They've been losing money since 2017. The last time this company turned a profit was like 4 years ago.
Right. I was just thinking, I bet all these companies wish they could turn the clock back 5-7 years and make different choices.
Yeah.
But no, they keep doubling down on the same bad ones. So.
Yeah. In January, they're like, well, we're going to be profitable in 2021. Honest, guys, stick with us.
I don't think that's going to be the case now because they were talking about were they talking about the movies and stuff like that?
Yeah, they were. Okay, so they were predicting it to be profitable by 2021 because they had, we have all stuff coming out, V-Wars and October Faction and on Netflix. They both got canceled. And Lock and Key's on Netflix, but it's been kind of a meh. I think they were hoping it would be another Stranger Things, and it hasn't really taken off. I mean, I don't even know who would buy IDW, because 95% of what they do is licensed stuff.
Right.
All that would happen is Hasbro would just like go over to like Boom or Dark Horse. Actually, I could totally see Hasbro pulling all their licenses and going over to Boom, because Boom's doing Power Rangers already, and they're selling the shit out of Power Rangers books. I could totally see them being like, hey, let's just take all their stuff over there and be done with it.
Probably. And it's like, because their value is, you take all that away and you look at the real value, there isn't much.
No.
Just the name recognition, and that's about it.
Yeah, and their comic companies have come and gone. And like I said, the ones you remember are the ones that actually create their own IP. And Lock and Key, I don't even think they own that. It's that's actually Stephen King's son wrote Lock and Key, and I think he's got the publishing rights to it. So he technically could take Lock and Key, I think, someplace else if IDW would go tits up, which I think they're going to. But they're also putting together a team of people.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Making a big again, these are all big announcements. They're making a big announcement that they're going to put together a bunch of animated pitches. Do they not know how long that takes? It takes
and they
years.
made sure that they're concentrating on within kids and family and young YA, the young adult division, but they have people in charge of making sure it's diverse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right there. I mean, because if you just put stuff out that's diverse, you don't have to have someone in charge of making sure it's diverse. Come on.
Yeah.
As soon as you say that, you turn people off.
So they picked somebody to be on the team that's basically going to pick stuff from traditionally underrepresented backgrounds. I'm so excited to build a division to create original stories for young readers and all that. So they're doing the YA novels and they're doing animation. It's almost like they're just throwing spaghetti against the wall at this point. Like, what's big? What's big? Oh, manga and graphic novels and cartoons. We can do that. Yeah, we'll tell the investors that's what we're working on. So please don't pull the plug on us.
Right. And we'll bring somebody in to say, look, it's a shield. I mean, it's a woman of color. Sorry, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Quick, throw her to the investors. Save ourselves. Yeah, I mean, I would not want to be in that position anyway.
It doesn't matter how good she is. It never matters. It just matters that she's somebody that's a minority, so they can use it as a. You can't complain, because then you're complaining against minorities.
Which
and that's
is
what
insulting.
they're doing. It is insulting.
It's very insulting.
That's my point. It's insulting.
So I don't know, guys. This is, we're counting down the clock here to the demise of IDW. I mean, everybody's jumping ship. And I think the whole direct market here is going to kind of go tits up pretty soon. It's already headed that way. Some of the decisions DC Comics is making.
Oh, I love how when you said that for years, people were like, you're just a hater, you're just a dystophobe, how dare you? And now the same people who were yelling about it are like, oh my God, guys, I think the comic industry is going down.
Yeah.
It's like, no shit.
Well, you don't wait until the ship is sinking to build life raft. And
Well, it's beyond sinking. It's like just a little bit sticking up now, and they're going to try to build life raft.
Yeah, it's done.
Who has got out? Let's go find them and try to take their rafts.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Peter Samedi.
Yeah, right. Let's go. Yeah, let's go put holes in the lifeboats.
Go ask him how he did. Now we're gonna be his friend because we want him to help us.
Hey, pal, it's a nice looking door you're on. A plank of wood.
Well, he's got more than a plank of wood. It started as a door, but now it's like a whole flipping boat. Look at his boat. Let's go try to get on that one and take and mutiny. But
pretty much, that's what it feels like. It feels like everybody in the comic book industry, like they shit on these people for so long. People that tried to find another way to do comics, whether it's crowdfunding or
they made it a necessity. Yeah. They have to find another way.
Yeah, or direct sales or whatever. And now that the Titanic is sinking, it wasn't even Titanic. It was like the SS Minnow. Now that the SS Minnow is sinking, you've got swarms of these people trying to pull everybody out of their own life rafts that they built, lifeboats that they built, to take it for themselves. And it's not going to work, because if you knew how to build a lifeboat, you would have built your own lifeboat.
Right.
You're not going to be able to fix a lifeboat when it springs a leak because you didn't build it. You don't know what's going to, So anyway, IDW, they're fucked. I mean, there's no...
Okay.
I don't know what else to say.
That escalated quickly.
They're fucked. IDW is fucked.
Okay, would you just like saying that word or something?
I do.
But tell my mom you're sorry.
I'm sorry, mother-in-law.
Okay.
But they are. It's over. I don't see how they can come out of this. Just from a business perspective, it's like they've hemorrhaged money. They've lost money for 4 years in a row. And the one thing that they were betting on went belly up. They're not coming back, and everybody's leaving. I mean, they're not coming back. Just saying. It's just put them out of their misery. Investors, just pull the plug. Licensees, take your licenses, go someplace else, because they're done. They're just done. So I'm going to wrap this up.
Please do.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.